Her mother, the formidable Hürrem Sultan, watched her with worry. Before her stood the world's most powerful man, her father, Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. Mihrimah's head was bowed, and silent tears slid down her cheeks. Her father was startled by his precious daughter's unexpected reaction, his sun and his moon. "Why are you crying, my beautiful child?" he asked. Mihrimah whispered, "I cannot marry Rüstem Pasha." The dreadful rumors had already reached her ears. Mihrimah Sultan was born in 1522, the fruit of a legendary love story. The unshakable bond between her mother Hürrem and her father Sultan Suleiman always inspired her life. She was named Mihrimah, meaning sun and moon, and she lived up to it. She was the palace's favorite. She was not only beautiful, but extraordinarily intelligent. She carried her mother's sharp wit and her father's calm nobility. She was not just a princess. Trained personally by Hürrem, she became a master strategist in statecraft and human relations. But this love and privilege came with a price: service to the state. The Ottoman dynasty expected absolute loyalty. Mihrimah knew this rule well. Her devotion to her family, especially to her mother, Rüstem Sultan, was endless. She was not only Hürrem's daughter, but also her most trusted confidant and political pupil. For Hürrem to keep power at court, Mihrimah's support was essential. When Mihrimah turned 17, the time came for a marriage to strengthen the dynasty. The candidate was obvious: Rüstem Pasha. Rüstem was ambitious, clever, a rising star. Most importantly, he was utterly loyal to Hürrem. He was the perfect instrument for her plans. Though Mihrimah recognized his abilities, the decision served not her heart, but the state's interests. Just then, a dark whisper spread through the palace. Rüstem Pasha is ill. This was no simple cold. The rumor claimed the Pasha had caught a terrible contagious disease. Talk that he had leprosy spread with frightening speed. Such gossip could make the marriage impossible and destroy Rüstem's career and life. Mihrimah was horrified by the rumors. The thought of binding her life to a sick man frightened her. Hürrem Sultan was furious. She knew it was a political attack. She suspected that her enemies, perhaps supporters of the former Grand Vizier Ibrahim Pasha or Mahidevran Sultan's circle, had spread this lie to stop her man. Rüstem Pasha vehemently denied the accusations. He said that marrying the sun and moon sultan would be the greatest honor of his life. Sultan Suleiman could not risk his daughter's life, nor could he let a rumor disrupt the order of the state. He immediately summoned the empire's most renowned physicians, the best of Venice, Egypt, and Iran, to the capital. He ordered a detailed examination of Rüstem Pasha. Everyone in the palace held their breath for the result. The doctors finished their examination, and the verdict was announced. The proof of Rüstem's health was oddly simple. A louse was found on his body. At that time, people believed such a tiny creature would not approach those with serious skin diseases like leprosy. This small sign showed that Rüstem was healthy, and that he merely had a simple eczema. The rumors rested on that, but the leprosy claim was groundless. Loyal to her family, Mihrimah accepted her fate. The wedding took place in 1539. What began as political necessity turned over time into something unexpected. Mihrimah and Rüstem became the empire's insatiable pair. They were not only husband and wife, but partners in policy. When Rüstem Pasha became Grand Vizier, the second most powerful man, the greatest force behind him was his wife. Together they drew the political map of the empire. While Rüstem governed, Mihrimah inherited her mother's political legacy. Their wealth and influence grew so vast that few could stand against them. An iron bond of loyalty united them. Mihrimah's influence was not limited to politics. Her grace and intelligence captivated even the empire's greatest artist, Mihrimah Sultan. According to legend, the famous architect was madly in love with the Sultan's daughter. It was a devotion never spoken aloud, a secret admiration. Sinan hid this impossible love in the deepest chamber of his art, and expressed his feelings not with words, but with stone. The magnificent mosques he built for her were not merely houses of worship, but quiet letters of an immortal love. Through policy, patronage, and presence, Mihrimah learned to turn duty into power alone. In another video, we will examine this profound, respectful, and distant affection and see how admiration turned into undying art.